Diane in Denmark here. I hope you are bright and well. The weather here in Denmark this morning is absolutely dreadful, at least where we are in Copenhagen. We've had hailstones and torrential rain, but anyway, I've got a wee bit of bling on today, a wee bit of sparkle. So that'll get me through the day, and we've got the candles going, so it'll all be all right. Anyway, today's video is something a bit different. As I mentioned to you yesterday, I took a little day trip with one of my besties, Vibeke, and we went over to Sweden yesterday. Now, if you don't know the geography of Denmark and Sweden are very close to each other, and if you've seen any of my winter bathing pictures on Instagram, you'll know that you can look across to Sweden basically from the end of our street. Anyway, we took the train across, and journey time is about 30 minutes from central Copenhagen to central Malmö. Malmö was the place we were in Sweden. And our day trip was because we wanted to do some shopping. Now, you know me, I'm very thrifty, I never spend money. And it wasn't kind of normal shopping, hitting all the stores. We were hitting all the thrift stores, all the charity shops and vintage shops. Vibeke loves vintage clothes, especially from the 50s. So what you're about to see, and I just kind of filmed as we had time yesterday, and the weather there was awful too, and my umbrella didn't survive. But anyway, in one of the thrift shops, I'm just going to mention it now, because I'm not sure if I mentioned it on the video, we could fill a bag for, a set price, and I said to you that the price was 50 krona to fill a bag with, stuff. And I worked it out, and that would be 50 Swedish krona is like 35 Danish crowns, or £4.29 if you're in the UK, $5, and probably like 5 or 6 euros. So anyway, and we got some fantastic bargains. Anyway, I won't show you what I got in the charity shops yesterday. I'll do another video about that, because I've also picked up some other fun things recently, and they are all dressing your truth type 1 things. So I'm really pleased with my little haul. Anyway, I'll show you the video now. Hope you have a fantastic day. And otherwise, remember, it is Anti-procrastination Day in Flylady Land. So if there's something that you have been putting off, maybe it's paperwork. Remember, this month we're working on paperwork. Just doing set your timer for 5 or 10 minutes and go and attack a bunch of papers. If you've got a lot of papers lying on the kitchen island or in your office, just do 5 minutes and get started. Maybe we can do 5 minutes every day. Anyway, more about that another time. Let's roll the film. Hope you have a lovely day, and hey do. And we're all organised on the train. We've got our little table. It's like we're sitting on the airplane. I'm charging. There we go. All charged up. And of course, Vibeke has. Oh, hold on. Purple train. We are in Sweden. And Vibeke is keeping herself busy with a wee bit of wee spot of knitting. There you go. Did you know that in the south of Sweden, they have purple trains? Purple train. Okay, here is a quick Swedish lesson for you. Hiss actually means an elevator. So if you want to go in the elevator, you look for the hiss. So it's not going to be a sightseeing video, this one, but you can see Malmö is a beautiful, picturesque little city. Actually, it's a very big city, and this is when it wasn't raining, but our main purpose was to go around the thrift shops, and in the first thrift shop, Vibeke got a beautiful vintage black coat, and I tried on a few things, including this wonderful thoroughly modern Millie dress, but I didn't buy that one, but I bought a few other things. Okay, we're here in the centre of Malmö. As you can see, the weather is dreadful, and my umbrella has kind of given up the ghost, but anyway, we're going to carry on. It's Huga here anyway. and all the nice autumn flowers. Anyway, we're heading on to our next stop. Okay, well thankfully the rain seems to have gone off, so we were just walking down some side streets and we've happened on this little shop, so we're going to have a wee look in. Look at that, is that cute? Gnagans, and look at that, all the old boots. Reminds me of my old Dr. Martens when I was a kid. I had some Dr. Martens. And let's have a wee look in here and see what we find. Say hi to whoever's in the shop. Very weird. And here is something, DHL, you know, the parcel delivery. In Sweden, they don't do it in big trucks, they do it on a bike. How fantastic is that? The post bikes are blue and yellow, and there you go, you can see the little post bike, and it's raining, so it's got this little raincoat on today. Right, here we are for our second one of the day, and here is a typical Swedish thing. It says "Titta in, fynda och fika." So that means, you know, come on in, come and have a look. Funda, that means to come and find, you know, discover great things. Och fika, fika is the Swedish art of having cake and coffee. And in this second-hand shop, they even have lunch. Here's our lunch. You can have salad, or you can have a sandwich. That's in macka. Pie, P-A-G, is of course a pie. Lasagna, okay, it's spelt wrong, but and you get your lunch and your coffee included, and there's free Wi-Fi. Who can say no to that? In other words, you can have räksalad, which is prawn salad, or getost salad, which is goat's cheese. A räkmacka is a prawn sandwich, and pie. Oh, it's the same as the old one. Anyway, let's have a wee look. I'll just show you maybe the windows. It's always a good idea to have a wee look in the windows. Anyway, we are looking for clothes, and I'm not sure how many clothes they have, because it seems to be a lot of interior things for the house. But anyway, as you can maybe see, I've got my gloves on. These ones I bought in the first second-hand shop we were in, and they are really great leather gloves in a nice light T1 camel colour. But anyway, I'm going to get into the shop because Vibeke is already in there, so let's go in. Okay, well, we came into the shop and there are tons of clothes in here, and if you don't mind kind of rifling through things, you can see here there's Vibeke down there looking for stuff. She's found some stuff for me, I've found some stuff for her. You can fill up a bag for 50 Swedish krona, and that is including accessories. I've got accessories over there, and shoes. Or you can get one of these big bags and fill one of those up for 250. Look. So everything. So we can actually fill up with some more if we wanted. 50 krona. Now 50 Swedish krona, I mean that's like the cost of a cup of coffee, like a cappuccino or something in a restaurant. So there you go, great. And this charity shop actually turned out to be my favourite one of the day. They had books, they had LPs, you know, old records, they had furniture, they had light fittings, and a really nice area where you could just sit on the old furniture and have your cup of coffee. But the funny thing was, when we went up to pay for our items at the cash desk, they had this bowl on the counter and it says, "What do you need to hear today?" And it was a little piece of paper that folded up. So Vibeke took one, and hers was "Dare to be yourself," and my one was "You are unique and wonderful." So that was a nice thing. Anyway, after that we decided to have some lunch. So here we go with lunch. Okay, so here's our lunch. I'm having a pizza. Vibeke, hello, is having vegetarian lasagna. And in Sweden they eat out a lot at lunchtime. They don't kind of take a packed lunch to work. So you get free bread and water. You can just help yourself. And this costs 75 Swedish krona, so that's a really, really good deal. Anyway, bon appetit or smaklig måltid. Yeah, I can't remember what you say in Sweden. Anyway, and even in the bathrooms in Sweden and Denmark, you always have some hygge, you know, with the fresh plants, and of course the ubiquitous candles. Right, not the best day for the market because it's really windy and wet, and I had to ditch my umbrella. But anyway, Vibeke is just checking Google Maps to see where the next shop is, but as you can see we have got huge bags of stuff. Anyway, wrap up warm if you're coming to Sweden at the moment. It's kind of almost typhoon weather. Right, I think this is going to be our last stop for the day, Murorna. If you're Swedish you'll probably have heard of this one. And it says, do the world a favour, shop circular, which kind of means, you know, buy from second-hand shop, you know, let's give these things one more chance. There's no need to go buying new all the time. So we'll have a wee look in here. You can see everything's gone green. Got a green theme going on. Oh, and purple. Rather funky. Anyway, Vibeka's already gone in and I'm going to join her. Let's see what we come up with this time. This was also a great store for us. I found lots of fantastic jewellery and Vibeka found a vintage top. And this is Folkets Park, which means the park of the people. And we're not going in there today, but it's a really nice place where you can take your kids. And they've got, as far as I remember, because it's been a few years since I've been here with my kids, well, they've got a bike safari and they've got a place where kids can, you know, take off their shoes and socks and go in the kind of paddling pond thing. And there's concert venues and cafes and some amusements, but you can see the men are doing work here, so I'm going to stop filming right now. Okay, and I think this is going to be our last shop of the day. It's called Beyond Retro and it's öppet, which means it's open. It looks very interesting, so let's have a wee look in here and see what we find. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can find some T1 colours. Section of dressing up clothes, and Vibeka managed to find a really good vintage dress. I didn't find anything, but in the shop next door they had the cutest egg cups. I mean, how cute are those little guinea pigs? Oh, and here we are, the last stop of the day with these beautiful chocolates. I don't think we're going to have any chocolates, but I'm having a chai latte and Vibeka's having a hot chocolate. And we really need to put our feet up. We've been doing a lot of shopping today. Anyway, we will see you on the train. And this is us at the station, Malmö Triangeln, heading down to the train. Okay, all aboard the train for Köpenhamn. And here we are going back over the bridge. And as I think I mentioned, the bridge is road and rail bridge, and then it turns into the tunnel which goes underneath the Sound. So when you kind of lose sight of the horizon, you know that you're getting lower and lower and lower and going down, down, down. And then of course you go through the tunnel, and the first stop after the tunnel underneath the Sound, oh here we are, peekaboo, we're in the tunnel. The first stop is Copenhagen Airport, that's the first place, and then here we are arriving back home in good old København, or Köpenhamn as the Swedes say. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed your little trip. So here we are looking at like drowned rats after our day in the wind and the rain. But anyway, the good thing is we've got loads of great finds, lots of bargains. So anyway, goodbye from Malmö, and as usual, live long and prosper. May the Swedish hygge be with you, and hej då!